Good day. We are going to present Module 1 to 4. Our group leader is Marvin Paul Cadilinia, and the group members are Nicole Hilapo, Pauline Lana, and Moria Santos.
Module 1, Introduction to Distribution Management. What is distribution management? Distribution management is the application of management principles to logistics operations for efficient and cost-effective movement of goods and personnel. A channel of distribution comprises a set of institutions which perform all of the activities utilized to move a product and its title from production to consumption. Importance of distribution. Distribution brings improvement in the living standard of consumers through generation of employment, increase in income, and transfer of ownership. From this, efficiency can be achieved in both production and distribution to increase the value of the products. The function of distribution creates employment opportunities in society. How channel members add value. Intermediaries or channel members provide value to producers because they often have expertise in certain areas that producers do not have. Channel members are experts in displaying, merchandising, and providing convenient shopping locations and hours for customers. Component of distribution system. Channels of distribution. Distribution is the process through which the products are transferred from the producers to the ultimate consumers. Middlemen such as wholesalers and retailers are middlemen in distribution and perform all marketing functions. Wholesale channels are also known as marketing channels and are often referred to as distributors or retailers. Physical distribution. It aims at offering delivery of right goods at the right distribution activities. It looks after physical handling of goods and assures maximum customer services. And yeah. Thank you.
For Module 2, Developing Distribution Channel. What is distribution channel strategy? A distribution channel strategy assesses ways to improve the positioning of goods to boost demand around them. The objective is to discover the right clients in the areas of request in order to speed up the method of association between goods and clients and make it profitable. Next. These are the functions of distribution channel. For sorting, this is where you sort out the products according to their size, quality, and so on. For accumulation, for certainty, the supply of goods should maintain a bigger stock volume. For allocation, this is where you pack goods according to its preferred size, like 500 grams or 1 kilograms, and so on. For assorting, there will always be different manufacturers of a product. Providing products to the customer should be in the combination desired by them. Product promotion, promoting the products for the customers. Negotiation, this is where you negotiate the price, quality, and other important aspects about the product with the producer and consumer. And lastly, risk taking, can handle risk about the distribution like damage or spoilage of goods. Next. Types of product distribution channel. There are two types of distribution channel, which are direct and indirect. For methods of direct channel, there are door-to-door selling, door-to-door, selling internet, selling mail orders, selling company, owned selling, and telemarketing. Methods of indirect channels are manufacturer to retailer to consumer, and manufacturer to wholesaler to retailer to customer, and lastly, manufacturer to agent to wholesaler to retailer and to customer. Next, these are the factors determining choice of channel of distribution. For the product-related factors, company characteristics. The product-related factors are nature of product, perishable and non-perishable products, value product, and product complexity. For competitive factors, market factors, highlight or advantage considered key or basic to advancement of a product or service. It's expecting market. Since it is seen as profitable by the client, it may be an esteemed component utilized to pull in buyers. Market factors are size of market, geographical concentration, and quantity purchase. For environmental factors, the environment factor like financial condition and legitimate limitations to influence the choice of choosing channels of distribution. In a discouraged economy, marketers may select shorter channels as they are most prudent in terms of cost. Next, how to design the channel. The first one is to evaluate how your end users buy, match end user needs to distribute strategy, identify natural partners, build and manage your channel, minimize pricing conflicts, drive revenue through the channel. Next, for module 3,
So channel management or distribution channel. Next slide, please. Channel of distribution is a set of institutions which perform all the activities needed to move a product and its title from production to consumption. So channel must be properly managed. If mag-fail, it can lead to a poor business model and even higher costs. So additionally, the channel members share a common goals. So next slide, please. So there are two types of distribution channels, which is direct and indirect. So direct channels is direct channel are those that allow manufacturer or service provider to directly deal with its end consumers. So the indirect channel are where you sell your products or services to agents, distributors, brokers, and retailers. For example, sa direct channel, for example, an Apple store in America sells its product directly to consumers. So the customer care assistants are employees of Apple. Therefore, they can know what is the feedback of their consumers, what they think about the Apple products, at what price certain products are being sold, which location is selling the most product. So may benefits in direct channel, which is you can understand your consumer as well. Sa indirect naman, basically they can distribute products for you. Benefits naman nito is minimal amount can be invested to gain more profit. Through this channel, intermediaries become aware of consumer needs. The feedback provided by intermediaries must be considered by you. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-rely on their feedback kasi they might or might not telling the truth. Ito yung possible risks na nangyari because they are not just focusing on your product, but selling other companies' product as well. Next slide, please. So, physical distribution. The physical handling and movement of goods from place or production to the place of distribution. So, isa din siya sa mga marketing function kasi it's describing the activities relating to the flow of raw material and finished products into the hands of buyer and sellers. There are components of physical distribution. The first one is ordering processing. In a typical buyer-seller relationship, or order placement is the first step. Order processing is intended to take the consumer orders and execute hello, and execute the particulars the consumer has purchased. Products flow must manufacturers to consumers via channel members, and orders flow in the reverse direction from customers to the manufacturer. So the second one is transportation. So kabilang din siya sa mga major elements ng physical distribution. Alam naman natin na ginagamit siya sa pagdi-deliver ng mga finished products. Kaya dapat maingat nila itong ma-deliver. Kasi kung hindi nila ma-deliver ng maayos, pwede silang mag-cause sa sales ng company. The third one is warehousing. So, ang basic purpose of warehousing activities is to arrange placement of goods and provide facilities to store them. Lastly, inventory control. It is used to keep inventories in a desired state while continuing to adequately supply customers. Costs include funds invested in inventory and depreciation. Next slide, please. The last but not the least, also it is channel strategy. Also, it is selecting the marketing touch points that match your target audience needs and habits. So, a vendor's plan for moving a product or service through the chain of commerce to the end customers. For the module 4, here's Nicole.
Module 4, other aspect of channel management. Channel management can be defined as the administration of existing channels to secure the cooperation of channel members in achieving the firm's distribution objectives. The goal of this is to establish direct communication with customers in each channel. Other aspects of channel management. First is the supply chain management, logistics and channel management, distribution and sales management, and the fourth one is electronic marketing channels. First is the supply chain management. It is the centralized management of the flow of goods and services and includes all processes that transform raw materials into final products. By managing the supply chain, companies can cut excess costs and deliver products to the consumer faster. Next slide. There are 5 parts of supply chain management: the plan or strategy, the source of raw materials or services, manufacturing, delivery and logistics, and the return system for defective and unwanted products. Next slide. The second one is logistics. It is the planning, implementing, and controlling the physical flows of materials and final goods from points of origin to points of use to meet customers' needs at a profit. The 6 components of the logistics system are transportation, materials handling, order processing, inventory control, warehousing, and packing. The third one is the sales and distribution management. Sales management, it includes the means and methods by which a sales force, sales techniques, and sales operational strategies are built. Distribution management, it describes the manner by which a product or products are made available to the consumer. And there are 2 types of distribution. First is the direct distribution and the indirect distribution. Indirect distribution, using this type of distribution strategy, goods are sold by the manufacturer directly to consumers. For the indirect distribution, it involves at least one third party, often a retailer who purchases goods from a manufacturer and then sells them to the customer. Next slide. Here is the objectives of sales and distribution management: sales volume, profit contribution, and long-term growth. Next slide. Lastly is the electronic marketing channels. Is the use of the internet to make products and services available so that the target market with access to computers or other enabling devices can shop and complete the transaction for purchase via interactive electronic means. There are also its advantages and disadvantages. The advantages are it is convenient for the customers, it lowers the sales and distribution cost for the company, and it can reach internationally. And the disadvantage are trust concern with the consumers, no actual product contact, and delayed product arrival to the consumers. Next slide. Thank you, Miss, for listening.